This is your host Vaishnav, and I am with my colleagues to discuss of the hot news and trends happening in this week of crypto world. And we have 4 news lined up for you. Then let's go into the first segment of today's podcast.
Here we have the first news, and it's kind of, I don't think so, it's a serious one, but let's see. The first one is Bitcoin farms and AI are in a battle of power. So let's see who wins, and let's also see what all other suggestions also.
So, what kind of battle of power is? We are not talking about any regulations or bureaucracy, but it's the actual battle of electricity grids. So, if you see energy wars, so it's not lobbying and all. So, if you know, Bitcoin farm and AI infrastructure both consume a lot of energy, and they both demand a lot of. They both are looking for alternative renewable energy sources also. But when both the firms are in same location or in the same kind of state, you can't divert, you don't have enough energy to supply for both of them, right? So now there's a war that should the electricity consumption, the electricity supply of the state should go to Bitcoin farms or AI cloud infrastructure. So this happens like some people can say that Bitcoin mining is not useful for the world, it's burning electricity, but even AI can do some good stuff, or it's getting development in people's lives and all. There are things going on like that, and in this war, AI companies having loads and loads of funding from VCs and all the valuations they are getting, they're winning the war. So Bitcoin guys are becoming creative. In off-grid places where electricity supply is not there, the infrastructure is very low, and the internet speed is also very low. You can't have AI farms. AI need both high-speed internet and huge energy sources. So Bitcoin farms, what they do is, Bitcoin mining does not need any high-speed internet at all. You can even mine on 2G internet, to be honest. You just KBs of internet speed.
Because the block size are very small. The file sizes are very small, basically. So that's what it's trying to say. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. So you can set them in very not dense locations, in off-grid places and esoteric places where other infrastructure can't be provided. And those guys are winning in that creative war. And current Bitcoin mining price, the expenditure for mining Bitcoin is around $69K, and the market price is around $113K.
So let's just go over. There's a lot of overload of data. I think John could actually add a little more on this point. Like, not the mining cost, but the difference between a mining setup and the internet, whatever servers, wherever they're set up. What do you think? What's your opinion on that?
Who have a fastest internet, they have easily able to get the block and all, occupy the block. Now only I know about that who have a lowest fastest internet, they also can able to get the block and all. So it's kind of fine, but not fine. It's kind of a new to me.
We actually had a very deep conversation just before this session, and I think you forgot about saying that point. So it's like he had an interesting point saying that the servers that are required, as you said, the internet is required, like high-speed internet.
Yeah.
So generally these are set up at places where there are a lot of users.
Yeah.
These data centers are closer to the user base, the markets, so that there's easy communication, there's upload, download happening on a continuous basis. And now with AI and the supercomputers in place, as soon as you put some search query on your chat GPT, you get an immediate answer. That is possible for high internet and the data centers located as close as possible to your geographical location. Whereas data centers, Bitcoin miners, the entire logic of having mining to be distributed is for safety purposes. Even if half the world is bombarded with a nuclear bomb, still your data is intact in one or the other part of the planet.
Yeah.
Right? But data centers are supposed to be closer to the market.
Yes.
Right? And there's an interesting thing I was also looking at. Data centers and miners both need very huge amount of energy, just not for running the machines, even to keep the machines cool.
How now?
And these machines, whatever we see, miners mostly, when miners started doing it, even the biggest miners even today, they majorly are towards the Arctic zones.
Yeah.
towards the northern hemisphere or towards the poles because it's naturally cold there.
Right?
But when you see data centers, they're also equally distributed across the world, but they're morely close to a bigger market. Let's say the biggest center is in Singapore, you have in Dubai, then you have for Europe, you have in Netherlands. There's some, but majorly they're in very prominent locations. But miners are not in very prominent locations. That's one big difference that I saw. And for the energy consumptions. Now, as you're in the Arctic zones, your cooling cost has come down.
Yeah.
But your whatever the speed of transactions has to be increased, so you just use energy for the transactions. In data centers, you also have to be uploading, you have to be downloading, and that also needs energy. Plus, you have to be cooling it.
Yes.
Right. Now, a data miner guy also can come to a city and set it up, but it's not economical for him.
Yes.
Because for this guy, it's just chance. He might not get a reward for whatever work he's doing. But data centers are continuously making money.
Yeah, correct.
Like you see, AWS is one of the biggest.
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Every there's so much of space that people just pick it up and they don't use it. Even for unused space, they keep paying money. So they have the continuous flow of money.
Yes.
Because they have that money, it's economically viable for them to be closer to a place, and they can also sustain it.
Yes.
Whereas miners cannot. Right, that's one big difference. Now, how do we close the gap? I mean, of course, modern problems needs modern solutions. We still have to be figuring out. We're still nascent again in this industry. I mean, it's a very long subject. That's just of what we were talking earlier.
Okay.
In depth, I think it was too deep. You didn't want to share it around.
Okay. Good.
And also, I want to add one more point. Like, you guys also know the GitHub and the code source. They also put their bases, like code bases, in an Atlantic. For if any war happen, forever our code will be saved somewhere. So they put their code base in the Atlantic part of the southern part. Yeah.
That was an interesting thing he mentioned, because if you see some GitHub profiles, there will be a badge having a shark. What it mentions is that code base is being stored under Arctic glaciers forever.
Oh, people are now sending their data to moon.
Yeah.
Elon Musk has been trying to do this. No, he's building all kind of rockets. I think Bezos also is trying to build his own rockets. Probably what is going to ship out of this planet is not like initially it might not be people, but is definitely going to ship out some data, like a copy of the entire data he has. Probably save it on moon.
Oh, okay. So
That looks interesting, actually.
Maybe, I mean, just to think about it, your data is saved on moon. You have a time capsule. Even if the entire planet is gone, you still have a copy there. I mean, we can't do that, but Bezos can do it.
But what is the use of the copy if we are not there?
Maybe it's like a time capsule. You know what time capsules are, right? It's like it takes you back in memory. Like you would also in your childhood, you'd have had a small box where you'd have put all kind of things that you like, and you stored it somewhere, you forgot about it.
Yes.
Someday you just look at it, it takes you back in time. Oh, this is how it was. And let's say the entire planet is gone. There's no humanity alive here. Or let's say in the there's next evolution that happens. And there's all sci-fi kind of stuff. But there's a possibility at 0.001% chance, right? Let's say the entire humanity is eradicated, and after the next evolution happens, the cycle again starts. And let's say some millions years later, there'll be one more human being who might be smarter as us, or maybe much smarter than us, who can also go access moon. They might find a way to retrieve the data. So at least by doing that, that evolution might speed up, right? They need not have to reinvent wheels. They don't have to reinvent laptops. They don't have to reinvent a lot of stuff. So just fast forward very fast. So that's why data is very, very important.
That's a huge thing to discuss on its own. If you see, archiving is a natural human trait. Humans from the caveman ages till now, we like to store our information in any form, anywhere. And another thing is, he said about the future events. Let's talk about the past itself. Like
I also want to take this opportunity about this.
Every 10 years, I will tell you.
I want to take very important opportunity here because I also want to throw some light on the kind of products that we are building. This kind of problems we are trying to do solutions.
Yeah.
And we Do you think we should name drop right now?
You can just drop the idea. We can just
Okay,
tease
let's
the
give
idea.
working capital can be given.
Yeah, you can tell.
So we are developers with Marma FinTech. We are all been trying to build something called the Circle of Life. It's all about journaling people's life and using their own data to empower their own lives.
Yes.
I don't want to share much details on this as of now, but yeah, we are also looking in that direction.
Yeah, and why? As I was saying, let me complete that. This is the product which you are building is actually awesome. You will get much more details sooner in our next upcoming podcast. And see, so every 10 years or 20 years, what they say is the winner always rewrites the history, supporting their own. That happens. Like history is not always coherent.
Yes.
Whoever is in current power rewrites according to them. So you always need a record, archival or record of past records so that you will come to know what's the absolute truth
yeah, of course.
and what's the fabricated one.
100%.
So
So
that's
whatever history we know right now of our ancient India world, probably it's all written. We know it from the palm leaves.
Yes.
Things were written on palm leaves. Now we're new gen. We're going to store data on some pen drive and put it on moon. It's a new gen palm leaf.
so we made enough justice for this segment and moving on to next
It's a
segment.
very long segment. There's a lot of things to talk, but Vaishnav has a very strict timeline that we have to stick to.
That's cool. So what's the next segment, Nisha?
Actually, the next segment is about the pop star Kanye West that he has built and launched a new meme coin named Easy Money on Solana.
Let's see. So Easy Money was launched like just recently before this show.
Let me tell who's Kanye West first. A lot of people like I didn't know. I've seen him, but I didn't know
You
his
can
name.
see his image. He is one of the legendary rappers, if you say.
Yeah.
He is a lyrical prodigy, and
He's an entry level.
no, he has all the
Tries win a Grammy, I think.
Yeah, you can call him a goat, like one of the greatest of all time rappers in the history. And yes, he
Okay, that's a different debate. Please continue.
he just comes in the likes of Eminem and Tupac. So in that line, Kanye can be added. up.
Let's not market him. Let's not market him.
Maybe in different era, I think.
Yeah, different era. Yeah. But what he did right now is what the discussion we are happening. Like he launched a token for his products. He has a store called YZY where he sells his shoes.
YZY.
Yes. YZY.
Okay, and it's a bigger part of that Easy YEEZY. Easy Money is the bigger ecosystem, and the token is launched as
YZY.
YZY.
Meme coin, Vaishnav? No.
It's Kanye's coin, but being released by a celebrity, we can tag it as a meme coin for its volatility. So what happened is the peak was it reached a peak of 3.1 billion market cap. The supply is 1 billion, and now it came crashing down to 1
billion tokens.
Yes, supply is 1 billion tokens, and now the current price of the token is $1. It's even going below $1.
He would have not made so much money just singing all his life. Huh?
And if you want to know the market trends, I actually took a shot on it, and I also made some profits out of it. So it's dumping. The token is dumping, but the premise is good. So what's the discussion?
Pump and dump is the name of the game.
Yeah. So the discussion is, was this token necessary at this time? And do celebrity tokens get the same sort of hype which was at least 4 or 5 months before? Like before 4 or 5 months, celeb meta was a meta. Like meta in the sense it was a genre of celebrities just launching their tokens and dumping on people. It's not even the celebrities' fault. Wrongdoings. A team approaches them, coerces them to launch tokens, and the team gets the money, most of the money out, but the celebrity gets the bad name.
But still,
They get the bad name out of it, but the money is made by the team.
Correct.
The team which deploys the smart contracts, who design the tokenomics and all.
So what are you trying to say? So his name and everything, he's like a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
But actually the people around those guys just make a lot of money. Not the brand ambassador.
Yeah, mostly even the brand ambassador does not make.
So business makes more money and brand ambassador makes less. But people buy because of the brand ambassador.
And after the token dumps, people are angry on the brand ambassador only. The team disappears. And
No, the team doesn't disappear. They were not at all visible from the start.
so So what I'm asking is, like have the celebrity meta has slowed down. Like now people don't care much about whoever launches a token. They already know it can be scammed, the account can be hacked and all. So people already know this is a game. Whoever buys fast and sells last at the top wins the game. So people have changed like that. What do you think about it? Like, would you invest in his token right now?
Actually, the token economic turbines, I was to see that actually 70% of the token will be available by then. Just 30% they completely allocate. So see that how it's
Right. Okay. So what Vaishnav was asking is, if the same question was shot to me when he said, "Will you invest in his tokens?" I wouldn't say no. I would not invest, but I would trade. Right? I would not be investing in such tokens. Right? I would trade on it, and whatever money I make, I'd probably invest on the top 3 gold, silver, copper of the market.
yeah this way.
Maybe as a fan of that pop star.
Yeah, maybe some people who likes that personality a lot more, just to show some support and they have some extra cash. Well, they just want to keep hanging on to it for a while.
Yeah. So this
And sometimes that actually turns out very rewarding, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out very rewarding. Sometimes it also breaks hearts and banks. That's the name of the game.
Correct. One of a guy mentioned in Twitter, he earned 1.5 million investing trading in the YZY token and earned 1.5 million.
He made money trading.
Trading, yeah.
Yes.
1.5
And
million.
that's the cash
yeah.
here.
either you earn from trading or giving liquidity, but by investing, you most of the time you are exposed to the negative parts of the token more than positives out of. Yeah. So let's see if the celebrity meta continues, so on and so forth.
It will definitely continue.
It will definitely continue.
That's a part of a different business, right?
Yeah, there's a bigger star who comes next, there'll be a bigger project. It's a never-ending thing. Now, when you talk about movies, right? Now we're just talking about stars. When you're talking about movies, what is the biggest movie? It's a very vague question, right? So you would see people. What is the biggest movie of your time? If you have to ask your parents or someone earlier, right? And what is the next big movie, right? They won't say what is the biggest movie of all time.
Yeah.
There's never the biggest move of all time. It's always an evolving market, evolving this thing. So there's always big that will be coming up, that might come up, and that will come up. We just have to keep waiting and just playing along.
So if the market moves on without this extractive nature of its own self, the chain would survive on itself. Let's see what will happen. And moving on to next segment, let's get.
I would ask the viewers what their opinion about this tokens is.
Yeah, sure. You can shoot down your opinions on the comments below. And let's move on to the next segment.
The next segment we have here is AI agents payment protocol are launched in Ethereum. So Ethereum is also, it looks like it's mixing with the AI agents.
So I find this interesting because now there's
I find this to be a scam.
okay, let's talk on it. So now AI agents are becoming more powerful day by day. They can do some agentic stuff on their own. They can buy stuff for you. They can book tickets on their own. They can plan itineraries, travel itineraries, food and everything. So, but the payment step has been done by humans by now. If there's a protocol where AI agents
Done by human intervention.
if there's a payment protocol,
I'm setting my stage for the next debate.
Okay. So when you give the AI agent itself a wallet consisting of, let's say, $100, and say the AI agent that you can spend it on whatever you like, then AI agent can buy things for its own. It can hire humans for doing some services for it, and these payments can be autonomously done by AI agents themselves. So they don't need a bank account, they don't need any KYC, they don't need to be a human itself. There's no identity need requirement at all. Give them crypto, they can spend crypto anywhere. Crypto does not verify you either you're a human or a robot or any software program. It will just accept, and it's a very easy way to send and transfer money just because of this. And I find this interesting for this particular use case. There are also some drawbacks in which I guess Kumar wants to mention something.
Smart.
Yeah. So what do you think, Kumar, of this?
I mean, it's a very interesting subject. I mean, see, according to me, this is not something new. It's not something new. Now we talk about smart contracts.
Yeah.
Right. Just to give an example, right? Let's say you bought a car on a loan, okay, and this car has an engine immobilizer. This engine immobilizer is a little advanced. You know what's an engine immobilizer, right?
No, I don't have any.
Yes. So in generally a car you have a component, the engine bay, which can immobilize a car. There is just an electronic device, right? So this device is connected to some EC unit, all the technical part. Let's say if this unit is a little more advanced, which can also accept payments, virtual payments. Okay, just imagine. Okay. Now let's say you buy a car and you have to pay EMI, or you take it on lease and you have to keep paying monthly payments. When a lot of people skip payments, and the car company or the bank that has given a loan, they go in hunt of that customer to recover their money or to recover the asset or the car.
Yes.
Right? This process has been very tedious. And this is not the actual use case. I'm just giving an example. This could be possible.
I'm getting where are you going?
Let's say if this engine immobilizer is accepting some XYZ coin,
Because
and and there's a smart contract on it saying that XYZ wallet has to receive XYZ token on a certain date, on 1st of every month. If you skip it by 1 or 2 days, you'll have extra penalty delay charges. That's written into this smart contract, by the way. And on the 3rd day, still, if the customer is not paying up after repeated reminders, the card just stops.
yes.
The engine immobilizer just conks up. You can't move the car an inch also, right? So what's happening here? There's no bank who is coming to recover the money from you. The car understands the payment, agreement. If the user is not doing the payment as per those certain deadlines, the car cannot be used any further, right? So what I'm trying to say is this: there were some projects, there are some people who actually worked on this product. What I'm telling, but that could not be like implemented across because it's a automobile market. The regulations are very strict and it's too global, right? It cannot be implemented just as we think, right? It has to be tried, tested for a couple of years before it gets implemented. So what I'm trying to say here is, what Vaishnav is saying, yeah, you have set up an AI agent, you just make a payment, it just goes through. And you're trying to remove him involved in that day-to-day transactions. Even now we set up this SIPs for investments.
Yes.
We set up that standing instructions for certain bill payments, electricity charges, telephone charges. We set up right? So probably you set up and leave, and it just keeps getting deducted from certain balance, so that you don't have to think about those payments on a day-to-day basis. Maybe it works amazing. But the dangerous part here is, what if some guy, a hacker, have access to the protocol that you set up, and they can change protocols without your notice, because you are setting that kind of an account or that escrow account, whatever, so that you don't have to intervene in making the payments. Like click, pay, putting your passwords is just auto done. Let's say that works until your entire contract, what you have drafted, is safe and secure. What if someone gains access to it? What if this guy can route payments from your account without your knowledge to some kind of terrorist activities? Right? It can lead to a lot of cascading levels of problems. Right? That doesn't mean that we have to stop this idea, it won't evolve. It is just a starting point. There are more problems than benefits as of now. Right? And it is definitely going, near future, we might have this. But as of now, I don't see a necessity. Right? I mean, how more can you make people lazy that they can't even make a single payment from their phone? Right? So I'm not against it. I'm not dead against it, but I'm against it for now.
So, yeah, I do agree on this, but we are
Vaishnav, agree too soon.
so we are going like too much on that.
Your time stressed?
No, not about that. What I'm thinking of is, it's not making humans lazy. It's like giving much more autonomous powers to
Every product that we have been building, all the big companies you're saying, right? Apple and people, those guys have so much money that they can put up big data centers. They can put up big supercomputers, right? They're doing all these things so that they can make your life easy, is what they say. But the actual fact, they're trying to make you lazy. Simple as that.
The more you make people lazy, the more money you make. That's a simple
Makes
funda.
sense. That also, I get a partial Fight Club reference, I think so.
Fight Club.
The more things you own, it owns you back. Something this one sentence in Fight Club.
Let's get Nisha in. She's been quiet for a while.
No. I'm just completely out of it because AI is coming into every different things, right? And it has also acquired Ethereum, and that's why it stunned me. And what you said is also right. I can't agree with him also. It's completely amazing. Making
She's sitting on a wall.
yes. At the edge of the wall, I can't come this side or this side too. Cultivating AI in everything is fine, but still, it's also making human lazy. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yes.
Yeah, still now Ethereum have a lot of trust from the around the world. Adding this kind of AI things and all inside the Ethereum, it makes trustless. Like who going to invest on or else going to build an app?
It is not trust. Probably you get better insights. If you have
Yeah, but we are making a AI better, right? Like training them, using our money and all, playing with them. Like we actually building a better AI protocol using these kind of things and all.
No, AI is definitely getting better. As in more people are searching, the AI is getting more smarter and smarter. I mean, machines are getting way better in thinking, but I still believe they can't replace humans.
Of course, and this is out of the podcast, but still, viewers can watch the paper term. Like Apple actually released a paper saying LLMs are not going anywhere. Like in the sense, LLMs are not still genius kind of things. They just are pattern recognition machines on steroids. Like they can do pattern recognition so good. But if you get any new problem which has not been solved by human first itself, it can't even provide any basic solution. It just stops there. It can only solve the existing. It just compresses the knowledge of whichever exists. It can't think on its own of the new frontier which we are building. There's a huge limitation on LLMs on this. And Apple has a paper on it. And that's the reason why Apple say they are not going behind the LLM race. Like other companies, they are not building LLMs because they believe that it's not necessary. So you can check out that paper. We'll link it in the description below. And the last news or the last segment of the podcast is here. What's the event?
Yes, that's the final segment. That is Mitosis commences airdrop with two parts. Yeah, it's mitosis.
The protocol is mitosis.
MITO.
The ticker is MITO.
Mitosis is combined with the airdrop. Two parts to build airdrop.
So what's the two parts? So always airdrop happens like how they make a list of people who have supported them through various roles like Discord roles, their testnet users, their developers, their yappers. Now yappers is also a gang of people. Like after Kaito came, there's a new form of Twitter users called yappers who just talks on protocols and protocols just rewards them for talking on them. That's it. So for everyone, this airdrop is just kind of a reward for supporting the protocol's development in the testnet phases and all. So the two parts which we mention is, so either they can claim the airdrop right now, which would give them lesser airdrop. Let's say if they are getting 100, or else they can claim it 180 days after, where they will get almost 2.5x extra tokens. Like they can get 250 tokens extra, and there will also be a bonus pool where whoever claimed recently, right, their extra tokens will be taken and put in the bonus pool, which will be divided, which will be taken out by the whoever get the airdrop at the later stage. So here you have instant gratification versus long-term commitment. So it's versus between who like want to sell the token as soon as it hits the market for some quick cash versus who believe in the project that it will pump and the project is doing some good. Or some people can say that they are just locking out people, giving some false promises. By the time the 2.5x airdrop opens up, if the price drops 50%, correct, that's a loss, right? So we have these both parts. What do you guys think about it?
I think it's a good model.
Yeah. So let me have the first question. Like, if you are given these two options, which option would you go?
Actually, I go for the patient ones, like
The patient one. Yeah, okay, what Nisha would go?
I mean, what he said, I'll also stick with the same.
Okay, so what's on Kumar's take on
I
this?
was same thing, but for a change, I want to be a devil's on the devil's side. Yeah, I mean, you should also be able to take it out initially itself. I mean, but because they have created a hybrid model where some people who really want to cash out sick, probably they would have also had a confusion. Should we allow people or shouldn't we allow people? So we just got a hybrid model.
Yes.
Right? If you want to take it early, take it out. If you want to stay longer, stay. Probably who got out early, we'll take some money and we want to give you an extra reward. Right? The company is not losing anything.
Yeah, actually we get a 2.5x more than MITO than early bonus rewards.
But not everyone.
For the patient, for the long term.
That's what I'm saying. Investors and traders. You want to be an investor. I don't want to be an investor. I want to trade. So I want to get out early and take that money to a better place. The next MITO.
So yeah, you lose out on time, right? And capital locked up is a waste of
Time
capital.
value for money. It's a big concept.
So staking protocols have staking for this same functionality to lock up your tokens to get some rewards at a later date. But these guys, like in airdrop systems, nobody has tried this out yet.
No man, this mechanism has been very, very traditional.
It's very
I think it's
traditional,
even,
but,
even traditional to banking system that we know right now. I mean, we have this chit. What do you say for chit?
Chit funds.
Chit funds, chit schemes.
Yeah.
What do you tell it in European languages so that they understand? Mostly our guys are from Europe.
So in India, we call it
Indians,
chit
we have a lot of
funds.
Indians, guys.
In African countries, we call it Tontine systems.
Okay.
For Europe, I don't know. There was some other.
There might be some systems. So just generally the names might change, but the system is very traditional. So what happens is, I hope I'll keep this so I explain it in a thing, right? So there are 10 people. Okay, let's keep it easy. We are 4 of us here. So 4 of us, we say that we 4 of us will put 100 rupees or $100 each for 4 months. Okay? And every month, one guy gets $400. Right?
Yes.
You understand the scheme? We get $100 every month to this table. We are going to invest 4 months. That's $400 each for across the loan term. But every month, one person out of us 4 can pick up that entire amount in lump sum for whatever they need it for. Right? That's how chits work.
Please.
But the guy who takes this amount first has to part away with a little bit of money back to this pool so that it becomes an incentive for the other guy to wait for a little bit longer, because he can consider that little bit extra money that you're putting out initially is like an interest that is earning for that waiting period, right? And the last guy, okay, out of first 4, let's say John is pulling out the entire $400 from the table on the last installment. He will get the entire amount plus some bonus for him to wait for 3 months, right? And we use that money for whatever needs we had, right? So that was that chit fund is kind of an easy way to raise money among your known peers without relying on any external institutions, financial institutions or the bank. So chit fund has been there for a very long time. Now the same thing has been got here. People have gotten some money. They've invested for quite some time till the ICO phase, whatever it hit the market. Now, let's say we 4 of us have invested in it. On day 1, all 4 of us try to take the money out, right? That fund would not sustain the next month itself, because on the day 1, we all together in that hurry to cash out, all of us sold it on a market and we dumped the market, and the token is dead and the fund is gone, right? We have seen this a lot of times. This on day 1 it just plummets to its death, right? So to avoid this, probably they have gotten the system, and it's a good thing. I mean, it's not something new, but they have tried to implement it on a crypto level, like a traditional idea of crypto. Yep. So here what's happening, some people might sell it on day 1, but there are some people who are holding on to it, waiting for a better reward on later date. So here, the crash is not imminent.
Suddenly not going.
Suddenly the chances of a crash, it will happen, it might happen, but chances have reduced significantly because of this mechanism. Is my take on this.
So we are getting back into the traditional way itself. Yes. Maybe.
I wouldn't say traditional ways have not always are not the bad things, right? They have worked for so many years. It worked for so many people, and it's true, tested and proven methods. There's nothing wrong in exploring traditional methods on a new gen product.
Yes.
Maybe if it works and if it's able to insulate us from some risks, why not?
So,
It's our hard-earned money that we're putting in, right?
so there are some economical models which have been even mathematically or in real world also, which has been working for so long period. So it's always good to use it rather than betting on some other models or risk on some other economic models which won't work in the markets. So that's the take of this segment, and we have.
But I think users should also keep a very close watch on this project. I mean, as we have been debating on this, and you might also have thoughts, in your head saying that what is right, maybe this, maybe that. Time is the best teacher. Let's all keep a close watch on this project.
Yeah.
If it works, then we could see other companies or upcoming products using the same mechanism.
Yeah. So, yeah, we are at the end of this segment, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching BlockTalk. It's been very nice seeing you guys supporting us in a very good form and making us possible to make.
We would be happy if more of you see us.
Yeah. And we will also be soon releasing shorts of this podcast, interesting segments of the podcast in Twitter very soon, on which you can show your love and support on it. That's it. Goodbye for this week. See you next week.
Bye bye.
Peace.